Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough, the home energy specialist and Kearsarge Heating Oils. Kasasa, free checking that pays. Now available at Claremont Savings Bank. And La Valley Building Supplies, for home improvement and construction from concept to completion.
Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Just getting ready to start the second quarter here in Hanover. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, no score, Lebanon and Hanover.
YCN Saturday College Game Day Live features 3 exciting Division I football games every week on YCN. On September 24th at noon, it's Georgia State at Appalachian State, followed at 3:30 by Northern Illinois at Ball State, and at 7 p.m., Louisiana Tech at Tennessee.
So Hanover with the ball, 1st and 10 from the Lebanon 42. Connor Stafford takes the direct handoff, and he will give it off to Winter. And Winter right up the middle for what appears to be just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
Nice run there by Winter, picking up the first down right away. Let's see if one of these teams can finally put some points on the board. It's been an all defensive game so far.
So the last time the game was played here in Hanover, Lebanon won that one 30-14. That started their mini three-game winning streak in the series.
Oh,
Ball looks like it popped out. Looked like the pile had stopped moving, but there was no whistle. They will say that Hanover will retain possession and move the chains for a first down. So inside the 30-yard line, at the 29-yard line, Hanover will have it 1st and 10. Trying to move the ball on Lebanon as they head towards the student section in this second quarter. Away from the scoreboard, if you're familiar with the field. Give to Reed Winter. One tackler misses, and then he bounces it outside and tackled immediately on the outside.
And that was Matthew Islander blowing up that play. He was ready for that one.
Short 2-yard gain, and Islander, we've called his name on offense and defense. He's been heavily involved so far in the early going.
Yeah, very versatile player. He was limping a bit earlier, but it looks like he's fine. He's got that left ankle taped up. Looks like he's good to go.
So Broughton under center, Mosenthal and Winter in the backfield. Give to Mosenthal. He'll take it off tackle and plunge over the line of scrimmage for a gain of a couple. Looks like that'll bring up 3rd down and about a long 5. Have to get just inside the 20 for the first down, so you got to imagine right here is 4-down territory for the Marauders, trying to drive towards their own students and put the first points on the board. 9:45 approaching here in the first half, second quarter. Handoff fake to the up man and then gives to Mosenthal. He breaks free in the backfield, and he gets all the way through inside the 5-yard line.
And that pumped up the Marauders right there. Mosenthal breaking a tackle, almost getting the touchdown, just a few yards short. The fan section was just going crazy. Great run there by Mosenthal.
That'll give Hanover some momentum. And looks like Lebanon wants to talk it over and see if they can make a goal line stand. First down Marauders when we come back. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide here in Hanover as the Marauders are knocking on the door trying to put the first points on the board.
Our next Monday night high school game of the week will be the Kearsarge Cougars traveling to Claremont to take on the Stevens Cardinals. In 2 weeks, it's Hollis traveling to Hillsboro Hopkinton.
So first down and goal to go from the 3-yard line. Broughton under center. He has Reed offset in the backfield. Mosenthal goes in motion. Handoff is to Reed. He'll hit the pile and keep pushing forward. And he's crossed the goal line. Touchdown, Hanover.
Great job by the Marauders on that drive. Number of good runs by Winter and Mosenthal. Finally some points on the board. Hanover has the early lead.
So that first score comes at 9:16 of the second quarter. That is by far the longest we've gone before seeing a score of any kind. And Hanover kick is no good. Moises Celaya, kind of a line drive, and doesn't get enough height on that ball. But Hanover scores first. They lead 6-0. They'll be kicking off when we come back. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week, where Hanover has just gone on top of the Raiders 6-0. Extra point was no good after the 3-yard run by Alex Mosenthal. Hanover with the lead here, and they will be kicking off. Nice end-over-end kick. Milliken fields at the 4-yard line. Trying to get another good run back. He's got a little bit of space, but runs into a defender and then thrown backwards, but they'll spot the ball at the 24-yard line, and that's where Lebanon will take over. First down.
Stay tuned at the end of our telecast with the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Oil turning up the heat player of the game. We'll pick the top performer in tonight's matchup.
So Milliken gets back about 20 yards, fielded that one at the 4. He gets it back to the 24 before he's tackled, and that's where Lebanon will take over, trying to get in the end zone to answer that Hanover touchdown. Handoff goes to Islander, up the middle. 2-yard gain, just across the 25, spotted. It's about at the 27, actually. They'll give him 3 yards on that one. Seemed a generous spot from the refs on that one.
Yeah, let's see if the Raiders can respond. At least get a field goal out of a drive before half, maybe a touchdown, take the lead with a point after.
And a Raider player jumped on the line, but I guess no one had been set yet, so they didn't call a false start. And there's the quick handoff up the middle. Goes Milliken. He'll get to the 32, a 5-yard gain, and just about 2 yards to go here. Have to get to the 34-yard line. Ball at the 32, so 3rd and 2. Very important drive here for Lebanon. You've got to get a first down, move the chains a little bit, and at least answer this Hanover team with a few first downs. Little struggle on the handoff, fumbled by Milliken, and it looks like it's jumped on by the Marauders. And the refs say first down, Hanover.
And it is Marauder football.
Wow, good job by the Marauder defense there. Forcing the fumble, recovering the ball. Huge play for Hanover.
Starts up front with the defensive line and the penetration on 3rd and short. They were going to make sure Lebanon did not get the first down, and they were in the backfield just as the handoff was being completed. Milliken fumbled the handoff, and Marauders jump on it. They'll take over with a short field at the 28-yard line. Broughton under center was with Mosenthal and Reed in the backfield. Hands it off to Reed. He cuts to the left, breaks one tackle, and drags another man 3 or 4 yards. A nice first down run there by Reed. Winter.
And it's Reed Winter again from the Marauders, shedding tackles. He picks up 8.
And that was Jamison Rios on his back there, trying to make the tackle.
So Hanover coming up now with 2nd and 2 at the 20-yard line of the Raiders. 7:25 to go here in the second quarter. Hanover up 6-0 and driving. Broughton takes the snap, fakes the handoff to the first man. Mosenthal takes the handoff and plunges ahead for what appears to be a first down.
And Mosenthal gets the give,
And it is a first down.
and that's good enough for a first down.
So Hanover having some success in this second quarter, driving towards their own student section. Broughton under center again. He'll take the handoff. Gives to the first man. And that was number 15. I don't know if we've called his name yet tonight, Caleb Putnam. He did get involved in the first game we were here with Merrimack Valley, but first time he's carried tonight. So Caleb Putnam going forward for a nice 4 or 5 yard gain. So that'll bring up 2nd and 6 for the Marauders. Handoff again to Putnam. Almost jumps over the defender, but just caught by the legs and upended for a short gain.
Yeah, he was airborne there for a split second.
Tried to do the Barry Sanders, jump over the defender. Didn't quite have the air. So that'll bring up 3rd and 5. Hanover trying to double their 6-point lead. Broughton under center. And he'll hand off to Winter. Runs into the line, then bounces outside and gets the first down.
Nice job fighting for extra yardage there by Winter. It appeared as if he probably had for the first down and first contact, but he did not give up, got a few extra yards, made sure he had the first. And now it looks like Hanover is going to have a very good opportunity to punch another one in here.
And we've seen that quite a bit, and I know you have to give credit to this Hanover team for being athletic and being able to bounce outside in second effort, but this Lebanon team has got to wrap people up.
Yeah, they do. There's been a lot of yards after contact. And Lebanon needs to be a little sharper.
So Broughton with the pitch to Mosenthal doesn't have a hole, and he is taking too much time. Raider defense is able to corral him, but not before a flag is thrown. Ball is spotted at the 4-yard line. It's going to be holding on the Marauders. So that will be accepted by the Raiders and back up this Hanover team. And maybe give Lebanon some room. So we're inside 5 minutes to go here. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide in Hanover, where the Marauders lead the Raiders 6-0. Hanover with the ball, 1st and goal now at their own, or at the Lebanon 14, but we have a timeout on the field. Hanover calls timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide here in Hanover, where the Marauders have the ball, 1st and goal, and they lead Lebanon 6-0.
Our replays are being brought to you by Kasasa, free checking that rewards in cash each month. Ask for Kasasa at Claremont Savings Bank. Qualifications and rules apply. See bank for details. Member FDIC.
So Hanover coming up with 1st and goal from the 14 after the holding penalty bumped them back 10 yards. Fake handoff to the up man and gives to Mosenthal. He's got plenty of room and powers his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Alex Mosenthal and the Marauders.
Great run there by Mosenthal. You could see he just had to beat one defender, and he did just that for the touchdown. Hanover now holds the lead 12-0. It looks like they're gonna try the extra point again. Last time the snap was a little high, but let's see if Moises Salaya can kick this one in.
Ball is down, kick is up. Got enough leg on it, and it is good. So Salaya converts on his 2nd attempt to put Hanover up 13-0. With 4:39 to go here in the 2nd quarter, Hanover will be kicking off. When we come back, you're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week, where the Marauders have just scored again, and they lead the Raiders 13-0. Here's Salaya with the kick, a deep kick, and it's fielded inside the end zone by Milliken, and the high school rules say no returning the ball where it's received in the end zone. So Lebanon will take over at their own 20.
Watch the YCN News every weekday at 7 and 10 p.m. YCN News is a digest of all things local. News, sports, events, and public affairs in the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region, and now available at dailyuv.com. All on YCN, your local view.
So the Lebanon Raiders coming out at their own 20-yard line after fumbling it away on their last possession will try and make something happen here. First handoff goes to Milliken. He dances in the backfield before he's tackled after a 4 or 5 yard gain. Depend on where the spot is. Just about 5 yards, the nose of the football touching the 25. Really need to get Ryan Milliken involved in this play, in this drive.
Yeah, I mean, he's really their star player, and so far tonight he really hasn't done too much. Offensive line not creating a ton of holes, and the Hanover defense looking very strong.
Yeah, that Hanover defense really swarming the line of scrimmage and not giving any breathing room to whoever touches the ball in the backfield. This one does go to Milliken again, and he will bounce free. Gets the first down just at the 30-yard line. So picked up exactly 10 yards on those 2 runs. 5 yards on the first one, 5 yards on the second. And they'll have a first down and 10 at their own 30. Clock moving, 3:40 to go here in the second quarter. Lebanon really needs to answer and get that 0 off the scoreboard. Shotgun snap.
Ooh.
And a pitch that is going to be called a forward pass. So Broughton trying to pitch the ball. He throws it forward. Fortunate for him because there was a Marauder defender there to jump on it.
Yeah, very fortunate for Lebanon. I mean, that was a close play. I couldn't quite tell if it was a forward pass or not, but the refs say they saw it. Called it a dead ball. And now it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, tough to tell from the angle. We are high atop the hill if you're familiar with the Hanover field, just next to the press box. Great vantage point for seeing the entire field, but sometimes those angles are a little tough from up here. So Lebanon with the ball, 2nd and 10. A couple guys in the backfield. Broughton will draw back to pass. Has Milliken on his side, tried to throw to him, but nowhere to go. And Broughton is wrapped up for a huge loss. Great play by a couple Hanover defenders, knocking the Raiders back to the 10-yard line. A loss of 20 on that play.
Yeah, very good job by the Hanover defense. I mean, just completely shutting down this drive for Lebanon.
We'll have a stoppage in play here. It's going to be a timeout called by Lebanon as they face a 3rd and 30. So they're going to try and go back to the back of the playbook and dial something up here, but we'll step aside, take a quick break. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide here in Hanover, where the Marauders lead the Raiders 13-0.
Tune in to YCN's Outside Television in high definition on Comcast HD Channel 713 or Channel 21 for all the outdoor adventure.
So Lebanon backed up to their own 10-yard line after a 20-yard sack. Broughton just not able to get rid of the ball, started backpedaling, and at that point you can't do anything with it, so it's almost better to just go down, because even if you do throw it, it's an intentional grounding. But either way, Lebanon has the ball, 3rd and 30. They need to get to the 40-yard line. Just try and get a few yards here so you can take some pressure off your punter on 4th down. 2:55 to go here in the second quarter. And they're going to call another timeout here. We'll keep it right here this time as we have a timeout on the field. Lebanon will just do a quick game reset. Lebanon, 3rd down and 30. They have to get to the 40 for a first down. They are down 13-0, 2 scores so far in the books for the Marauders. Number 11 Alex Mosenthal with 2 scores. He had a 3-yard run in the second quarter to make the score 6-0. He missed extra point. And then he had another one with 4:39 to go here in the second quarter. It was a 14-yard run, just getting to the corner of the end zone. The extra point was converted, and they now lead 13-0.
If your business is interested in advertising on YCN or you'd like your team to be televised, give us a call or email us at info@ycnnow.com.
So Broughton under center. He'll keep it, rolls out. Makes a nice strong throw, has a man open. Perkins was open, doesn't quite get to him before it's tipped away by the Marauder defender. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And that was Avery Monahan there, knocking the ball down. Looked like he maybe could have caught it for the interception, but you just got to knock it down. That's all you need.
A nice throw there by Lebanon and Broughton, but just hung up in the air a little too long before it got to Perkins. So punt formation for the Raiders. Matt Islander with the punt. It's a short kick, nice and high. Gives his team plenty of time to get down there, and it'll be downed by the Raiders for decent punt, but it will still be on the wrong side of the 50 that Lebanon would like. So Hanover will take over just at the Lebanon 46. We'll take a break. You'll come right back. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week, where the Marauders have taken over after the punt. 1st and 10 from the Lebanon 46. 2:39 to go. Stafford drops back. He's looking for a man downfield. Nice throw downfield, a nice catch at the 10-yard line. Falls forward for a few more yards, and that's for the Marauders.
And that was Sam Ives with the catch there. Nice job turning around, keeping his eyes on the ball, making the catch, continuing to run forward. And now the Marauders have a good chance to put some more points on the board before halftime.
Familiar territory here for both teams, as the Marauders have been inside this part of the field twice already. Quick handoff to Reed Winter, and he goes up the middle for the 4-yard touchdown run. Marauders, another touchdown.
Tune in every week for the River Valley and Kearsarge Chronicles, the who, what, where, and when shows of our region. Premiere at 7:30 p.m. every Tuesday and Thursday, right here on YCN, your local view. And Reed Winter there running the ball in for the touchdown. Pretty easy score there for Hanover.
Moises Salayo, the extra point attempt. It is good, so he has now converted his last 2 after missing the first one. So Hanover looking like they are in control so far here in the first half, scoring 3 touchdowns on 3 rushes. They lead the Raiders 20-0 here in the annual Principals Cup. Hanover will kick off, see if Lebanon can do something one more time before the half. We'll step aside. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide here in Hanover. The annual Principals Cup, Hanover on top, 20-0 over the Raiders. Raiders will get the ball here on the kickoff. Try and make something happen. Milliken back there, fields it at the 3. Hasn't had a ton of success running him back. Give credit to this Marauders special teams as they once again tackle him at the 20-yard line.
Marauders defense, both on special teams and just straight up D. They've been very strong today. All over Milliken. He has not been able to get much going. In Lebanon, they're going to need Milliken if they want to come back in this game.
Yeah, he has had no success both on the special team side and the offensive side. So it's interesting to see that coming into this game, Andrew, we saw Hanover win that first game that we were doing here at Merrimack Valley. Really took control early, never looked back. But there was talk that Merrimack Valley maybe wasn't quite up to the level of the competition of Hanover. clearly Hanover goes on the road last week, gets the win. This team, as we mentioned, 3-0 for the first time since they won the championship in 2005, is a good team, not taking anything away from who they've played or their schedule. But you really did think that this Lebanon team would be able to bounce back after a tough loss and a contest like, a rivalry contest, really get up for this game. It doesn't seem like they have at all.
Right, no, they have not done very much today, and as you said, I mean, nobody knew quite what to expect from Hanover this year, but it seems like every week they're proving their team's worth and changing a lot of minds, and they are looking sharp again here tonight.
Broughton takes the shotgun snap. He'll keep it himself this time, run up the middle, cuts to the outside. He's got some room along the sidelines. He's pushed out of bounds, but not before he gets a first down at the 44-yard line. A nice 24-yard run there.
Yeah, that's really the best offensive play we've seen today from Lebanon. And they would love to score a touchdown before halftime. Get that 0 off the board, make it a 2-score game. And they've really been shut down so far, but they're almost midfield. Let's see if they can get something going.
They can erase a lot of those bad memories of the first half with a score here and at least cut it to possibly a 13-point game with the extra point if they can score. This handoff goes to Islander, and he is met in the backfield. Falls forward to the line of scrimmage where it'll be no gain, 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, it seems like all of their rushing attempts that have been straight up the middle have been very ineffective here tonight. Hanover just creating a huge brick wall in the middle of the field. It seems like they've been a little more successful when they go out to the sides, the left or the right. But let's see what they do now on 2nd down.
And I like that play call by Coach Childs, that first down play. And this one will be a handoff in the backfield and a loss of 1 or 2 yards. I like that first play. Getting a little creative, trying to get some momentum, and now they've gone back to what they've done all game, which has not been successful.
Right, yeah. I mean, the Lebanon offensive line really need to step up here, get some good blocks, because all of the running backs for Lebanon have just been shut down repeatedly. Let's see what they can do.
So Broughton takes a shotgun snap, rolls out to his left, has a man open, and it goes right through the receiver's hands. Unfortunate drop there. That'll bring up 4th down and a long 11 yards, 36 seconds to go.
Yeah, and it looked like even if the Lebanon receiver did catch that ball, Hanover seemed to be all over it. Would have been tough to get the first. But you're right, the ball just went right through his hands. Doesn't feel good if you're the Raiders right now.
So 4th and 11. They have to get to the 46-yard line of the Marauders. They will be punting, an Islander back deep to punt. Nobody back to receive for the Marauders. They'll just let this kick roll to a stop. And it will come to a stop at the 21-yard line. So Hanover will take over with 23 seconds to go here in the first half. We'll step aside, take a quick break. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week, where the Hanover Marauders lead the Lebanon Raiders 20-0. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, 23 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Hanover ball. See what they do here. They'll just take the snap and take a knee and run the clock out. So, Andrew, an interesting first half. No score in the first quarter. Second quarter, Hanover, 3 rushing touchdowns. As we were just discussing in the break, it's still a close game, but it has the feelings of Lebanon could be slipping away from Lebanon pretty quickly.
Right, yeah, still an entire second half to go. Lebanon could get back in this game, but from what we've seen so far, Hanover has just been dominant, at least in that second quarter. They had a number of very solid drives that led to a couple of touchdowns, and then that fumble, that turnover, where they scored another one. I mean, Lebanon, they just need to figure out what's going on, be able to stop Hanover, and we'll see if they can do that come second half.
Yeah, so Coach Childs will be trying to talk his team into getting something going in the second half. So With the score at halftime, Hanover 20, Lebanon 0. We'll take a break. We'll come back with a second half kickoff right after this. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.